welcome. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Saturday evening. It's 10 o'clock, a little after, here outside of Boston. And Donald, you're in New York?
Yes, I'm in Jamaica, New York.
So Donald has joined me tonight. Vinnie doesn't watch CBS soaps, so he's not in. And Michael from Soap Opera News is going to be jumping in here soon, too. Oh, here he comes right now. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil, and the devil appears. We were just saying that you were going to jump on, Michael. So we are here tonight to talk about CBS soaps and the possibility of the Daytime Emmy nominations for those soaps. Beyond the Gates, The Bold and the Beautiful, and The Young and the Restless. So how are you doing tonight, Donald?
I am doing great, Angela and Michael. It's nice to meet you, Michael.
Oh, Michael, this is
nice
Donald.
to meet you as well.
This is Michael. He's the editor-in-chief of Soap Opera News, and Donald's fabulous. He is a soap opera historian.
Yes.
Oh, I know. I've seen him on Twitter. Well, X, as we call it now. So, yeah.
Nobody calls it that, Michael.
Oh, my.
Nobody calls it that. Anyway, go ahead.
Nobody
Yes, Donald's
does.
wonderful. He's the newest addition to our Suds Media family, and he's going to be doing some podcasting with us come fall. It's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
And so Vinnie does not watch the CBS soaps, although he said that he might have to start watching YNR because he likes the new girl that they're bringing in, that they just hired, Jada something.
Jade Harlow.
He's a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
Jade Harlow, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's exciting. And I'm sending you guys the link to this on Twitter so that you can watch it.
Okay.
Or send it out to your people too. So we're going to be talking about who we think from the CBS soaps are going to get Daytime Emmy nominations. A slight update, Vinnie and I were planning on going live the night that they were announced. At first I thought it was the 15th, but it's actually the 14th. So Monday, the 13th, which is tomorrow, Entertainment Tonight and one of the other ones, Extra, are going to be announcing some of the big ones. So we're going to talk, and they're doing it at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So we're going to talk about those on Suds News tomorrow night. And then on Tuesday, the rest of them are going to be announced, and Vinnie and I are going to go live, and we're going to have a huge thing about all of the nominations. Everybody who's joined this to co-host with us are welcome to join in, because last week we did Days of Our Lives, the week before we did General Hospital, and so we'll talk about all of the nominations, who got robbed, who was like, oh my God, how the hell did they get a nomination? Looking at you. Just saying. So yes, that's going to be a blast. Yeah. That's going to be the most fun one, I think. But for tonight, we're going to talk about who we think deserves, who we think is going to get from soaps on CBS. Mm-hmm. What one do you guys think we should start with?
Beyond the Gates.
Yes.
See, I think you think we should start with Beyond the Gates. Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, it's the newest one on the block. So
they are the newest one, and honestly, I think they're going to get more than any other. I think they're going to get more than the other two CBS soaps combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have a lot of nominations this time.
I think so too.
I think, and it was their first time being nominated, being eligible. Mm-hmm. I know people were really upset with the Daytime Emmys last year, but the Daytime Emmys were like, they're not eligible. They weren't on in 2024. Right. We're sorry. We can't change time for you people.
Yeah.
So everybody knows the eligibility period is from January 1st to December 31st, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that was a long time ago, but here we are. And the shows submit for the technical awards and like directing and all that stuff. The shows submit 2 full episodes, and the actors can submit a reel of up to 15 minutes. And most of them, though, don't go above 10 because they know it won't get watched. Also, there is only 1 round of voting now. So when they do the nominations, they have already voted for who the winner is as well.
Yeah.
It's the most votes in that. And then the next 4, or if there's a tie. But of course, the only people who know that are the tabulators, so it's not really, nobody knows until the very end. It used to be that they did the nominations and then they did a second round of voting with the nominees, but they're like, ain't nobody gets it. So they did one round of voting. So for Beyond the Gates, I think they're a shoo-in for a nomination for Best Show.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that they'll probably get a nom in all of the technical ones. I think Best Show, Best Writing, Best
Directing, writing,
Makeup, hair, costume design, set design. I think they'll get nominations in all of those.
Yeah.
Everything was so shiny and new.
Yeah.
So I think that they're, honestly, for a lot of them, they're GH's only competition. Production value wise.
Yeah.
Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives cannot touch General Hospital, production wise. Beyond the Gates, I still think GH has the edge because they do have a wider variety of sets. The majority of the sets for Beyond the Gates are people's houses. And they have others too, but I think GH just has a wider variety.
Yeah.
But Beyond the Gates is phenomenal. It really is. So what do you guys think? Do you think that I'm on the right track with that?
I agree somewhat.
I mean, about them being nominated for all of those categories.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, the writing was good. The directing off the charts, and then the fashion on Beyond the Gates, it's too damn good not to be recognized.
I agree. I think, honestly, I love Sean Reeves. I think he gives the actors a little bit too much say.
Yeah.
And the actors go more for comfort than soap opera glamour.
Yeah.
And I think that, I think he's great, but I think that if there is one category that they definitely edge out General Hospital, it's in costume design.
Yeah.
I mean, JH does great with things like the nurse's ball and stuff like that, but Beyond the Gates, they're that old-fashioned, always glamorous soap, even when they're just sitting at home.
Always.
I'm expecting any moment for one of them to have to pull off her earrings to answer the phone, which used to be my favorite thing in the kids, when they'd pull off their big clip-on earring to answer the phone.
Yeah.
So I get that old-fashioned vibe, like the old school soap vibe from Beyond the Gates. I always have. It's why I love their product placement.
Yeah.
With like Febreze and stuff like that, because that's so old school soap opera. Old school. So, but okay, you guys get a word in it.
I also agree that there will be nominations in various categories. Lead actress, lead actor, best director, fashion, hair.
Yeah.
I love the fashion. I love Danny's fashion and those creative earrings Chelsea wears. I'm like, what?
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
and to piggyback to what Angela was just saying, it reminds me of an old school soap. I mean, we all lifelong soap opera viewers here. So we can honestly sit here and say, I remember when the budgets were this or that way back in the day.
Yeah.
And Beyond the Gates has that. Regarding the sets, the homes and Orphe jeans. And I just laugh about how Naomi's always operating out of Orphe jeans. I'm like, I want to see her own office. And we also see the law firm. So I do believe that.
Why I'm like, can't we repurpose this? Can't we put some different furniture in this office to make it look like Naomi's?
Exactly.
Like Days of Our Lives does with the hotel room.
Yeah. They can.
You would think, but they just, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I love the sets Beyond the Gates has. I just think that they don't have enough yet. But
Right.
they will. That will be something that comes with time. They're new, so every set was new.
Right,
And I mean, they don't have a full year's worth of soap to submit. They have plenty, but they didn't start January 1st.
Right.
They started later in the year, so they're a little behind the other soaps, but I don't think that's going to be an issue for them. Now, who do we think? I don't know I think this is going to be our first glimpse into what the behind-the-scenes politics of Beyond the Gates is with the acting nominations. Because, we know that there are actors who won't submit in lead on certain shows because they don't want to piss some of the others off.
Right.
Maurice Bernard. They don't want to piss him off. So a lot of actors on GH won't submit for lead, even if they should. So, all the soaps have behind-the-scenes politics with things.
Oh, of course.
So I'm wondering if this will be our first glimpse into if Beyond the Gates does, or what it is. You know what I mean? Is it just going to be Miss Tooney submitting for lead and the rest of them for supporting? I don't think it should be, because without a doubt, Annie is a lead. Without a doubt, Nicole's without a doubt, there are other leads of the older women. But are they going to risk splitting the vote? Which can happen if you have multiple nominees from one show and category. They split the vote and neither of them win. Honestly, me personally, I think for last year, if it was going to be one, it should be Danny. Yeah. I think it should be Ms. Tooney for this year's, which will
this
be
year.
Next year.
Right.
But I think last year, if it's going to be one, it should be Danny. I do. I don't know what you guys think.
I agree, and that's because of the scenes with Bill and Haley's wedding.
Yep.
when Danny flipped out that gun. So that was a big deal, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there's also the scenes with Nicole.
Yes.
The anniversary party, that was a big story.
That was.
Yeah, and that gave Daphne some great material to work with. So yeah, I would agree with Carla as Danny, Daphne as Nicole. I mean, they both can submit and lead, but then again, it comes down to the politics, as you said.
Exactly. That's the thing, is I'm wondering if they're going to risk splitting the nominate, because I could see Carla going lead, Daphne going supporting, even though they were both leads. But then, although I think that Haley, Kat, Ava, they could all submit an emerging talent. Because
they can.
So I think that emerging talent is just going to be full of Beyond the
Gates.
I think it's going to be, you know what I mean? There may not be anybody else, because their entire cast is eligible for it.
And that award actually belongs to them, if we're being honest.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Now, yeah, I think that, the rest of them are all going to be in the emerging talent category. I don't think they'll in supporting.
Supporting, I think Lauren, who plays Vanessa, I think she got some pretty good stuff too.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly if it was all last year, but she has some stuff.
Yep. Yeah,
She has.
I mean, every member of the cast does. They are a phenomenal cast. And as far as lead actor goes, I think it's the same thing. I think for this year, it would be Clive. But for last year, it's Bill.
It is a Bill year, yeah.
I mean, this year could be Bill too, but Clive had so much with the cancer, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think last year, without a doubt, it would be. And and even the Ted, that would be. Now, do you think we're going to get multiple Teds submitting?
I don't know.
We could.
I don't know, because
Did that just occur to you, Donald? Because you look shocked by the idea.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to remember. I'm thinking Maurice Johnson, the first Ted. I'm just wondering. It has to probably be from the anniversary from the
Right.
the fallout. I'm thinking with his scenes with Brandon. When Martin shoved Ted down onto that couch. So I'm probably thinking he could submit from that part from that part alone.
Because they only need, most of them only submit 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he definitely has that. And so, but I mean, I think we could see 2 Teds, which would be very interesting.
Yeah, but then again, it comes down to backstage politics.
Yes and no, because the actors can submit themselves. And if he's feeling petty, he could submit himself, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that, but
You
I'm
know
just
what I mean?
saying. I'm just thinking. No one has addressed the reason why he is no longer on the show.
Right.
So we do have to consider that, that could play a part in him not submitting.
Oh, absolutely, it could. I'm just, you know what I mean? I think that this is what I'm saying, though, that the nominations are going to be a very interesting glimpse into the behind the scenes of Beyond the Gates.
Mm-hmm.
We already know the behind the scenes of the other shows. We don't really know for them. There hasn't been a whole lot of, there's no way everybody's kumbaya. You can't have that many actors together and somebody's ego isn't causing some problems. You know what I mean? So it's going to be an interesting glimpse, I think. I also think how they act together at the Daytime Emmys will be an interesting glimpse as well, but we don't see that until the fall. So, yeah, I am, for the CBS soaps, I'm most interested to see what happens with Beyond the Gates.
I am too.
I believe Carla Mosley should get lead, especially from the scene when Danny barged into Bill's office with the golf team.
Yeah, with the golf club.
The club. I was like, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I always believed Carla was robbed anyway from years ago on the Bold in the So I feel this could be her chance. This could be her year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I can't help but to think John Lindstrom deserves something.
He does.
But I think he'd be like a supporting.
Yeah.
I think he'd definitely be a supporting, especially for last year. I mean, he's just out of this world phenomenal on that show.
Yeah.
He is having so much fun over there, and we can all see it. And he is so comfortable over there. You can see that he's having fun he hasn't had in such a long time.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin's great, fine, whatever. But the more interesting character was always Ryan.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
every soap character says it's more fun. Every soap actor says it's more fun to play the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a more fun character.
Yeah.
And Kevin has really been nothing but Laura's purse holder for a long time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting. I hope, because they're breaking them up this summer, it seems, according to the summer preview, and writing the character off. The GH summer preview, it seems like. But I'm like, it would be really funny if they did a little tongue-in-cheek and said that he was having an affair with a blonde from the DC area or something. You know what I mean? You know, I think that would be a fun, and it would give Kevin a little bit of a personality. Because he just doesn't have one anymore. He used to with Lucy, but they just kind of,
right.
just not, he's just kind of there.
I'm just going to always say, Angela, I'm going to always say Kevin and Lucy were that couple. I'm going to stand on that. Him and Laura.
Yeah, he's just kind of like they looked around the canvas and went, who can we put her with?
Right.
We gotta put her with somebody. Who can we put her with? And that's what they did. And I mean, they make sense as a couple, but they're boring.
Yeah,
they're boring.
They are.
They just are. And he gets nothing. He has nothing in it.
No.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I could see him as a supporting. Now, who do we think that Beyond the Gates has anybody to submit for guest? I'm trying to think who could submit for guest.
Ooh.
They can't be on contract, and I think they can't have appeared in more than like 20% of the episodes.
That's a hard one.
Yeah. I don't know that they have anybody for guest this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
Unless it's the guy that played, I think his name was Kenny in the Martin story. He only did just a couple episodes, so yeah.
I know, but I don't think June could do it because she's on now.
No.
I don't think June would be a guest.
No.
I mean, I know that she wasn't on that much last year, but I mean, they could just have somebody to put in that category, but I don't know that it would be.
I was talking about the guy.
Maybe Allison?
Yeah. Yeah, but how long was she on for?
Hold on. What about Caddy? I mean, she didn't have massive stuff last year. She only had a few appearances last year. And they were great. You know what I mean? She had more this year. I mean, they could maybe put her in for last year because she just didn't have that much. Which is really funny because I had thought that she would have way more than John.
Right.
With how they said that she was her best friend and her da-da-da-da-da. But no, it did not turn out that way.
But going back to what you had just said about the backstage politics.
Yeah.
We already know what that is with them.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Marriages don't break up with people who like each other.
Yeah.
That's why it already cracks me up with General Hospital. People are like, oh, they should bring Jack Wagner back. I'm like, they're not bringing Jack Wagner back as long as Christina's on the show.
Nope.
They don't like each other. They got divorced for a reason. People don't divorce people they like.
But you know what? But Wally and Rena made it work.
Yeah,
they did. But I don't think their breakup was as acrimonious as Felicia and Jax, or Felicia and Jax was. Not Felicia, Christina and Jax. Because Christina and Jax was a very acrimonious.
Yeah,
I don't think Raina and Wally's was.
No.
And I think they really put aside their crap to concentrate on their. And they did it right. If you got to do it the way they did it. But even then, I mean, think about how long they've been divorced. too.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
been a long time. At the same time, they were both very clear that they did not want a revisit of Ned and Lois.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Even though it seemed like the setup was there for it, especially with the Eddie Main stuff, but they did not
No.
want it. Yeah.
It's interesting how Pamela came with Danny to the casino, and Pamela waved at Joey, and I'm like, wow, oh wow.
Yeah. Looking back on things, you're just like, oh, there was that. There was that. There was that. Yeah. Things you just didn't pick up on.
But you know what? A lot of people are thinking, and I feel she's gonna get a shoe in. Trisha Mann Grant, she did that as Leslie. I don't care what people say. I love
I don't care either.
If she leaves,
I love
I
Trisha.
think if she leaves, I think that half the personality of the show would go with her.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Equally, at least half. And I understand she's a villain. I understand they want her. The show needs her. It just does.
Yeah, they do.
She is phenomenal as that character. And you know she's like nothing like that,
No.
which is just even better acting. But, oh my God, Leslie is probably my favorite character on the show. I love her.
Yeah.
I do. I support women's rights and women's wrongs.
She is Leslie, but the thing I think a lot of people don't understand is that when the promos of Beyond the Gates was on the air on CBS late January and early February of 2025, Leslie was described as the nemesis. So that was already put out there from the start. But I did. Yeah, I don't understand. But I thought that
how to watch soaps.
No, because I thought she was gonna be Anita's nemesis from day one. I wasn't expecting Ted and Nicole. I wasn't expecting that. That came like what? But Trisha Mann Grant, I will see her. I see her right now. I see her as supporting.
Yeah, supporting.
Easily.
Yeah.
Absolutely, without a doubt. She is, and it's just that I look at the complaining. What they're like, this is supposed to be about the Dupree. I'm like, if we saw them 90%, and I love them.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't want to watch a show that's mostly them.
No.
That would be interesting. They're not interesting enough. They're all good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need Leslie. Just like we need Joey.
Right.
We do.
You know, I think that it's the same thing. You know, but they're like, it was supposed to be just about this family. I'm like, no soap is ever just about one family.
No.
Yeah. No show at all.
Yeah.
But that scene with that anniversary, that did it. That did it for Trisha. At the with that reveal, she did that. Can I curse? She did that shit.
Yes, you can curse.
She ate that up.
Yeah.
She ate and left no crumbs.
No crumbs.
She's
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you.
You're sorry about what?
I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying.
No. I was saying go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, she did that, and Amber and Colby emerging. Yeah. Amber and Colby. Oh, I laugh at these Twitter wars with Kat Eva, and I'm like, are y'all kidding me?
Love Eva. I love Eva. I'm sorry, I like Eva more than Kat. I always have. Because Kat blamed Eva for her daddy having an affair and begatting her.
Yeah.
And yeah.
They going in, and because I love Kat and Eva in my own ways. You know, they have qualities that I like. You know, I don't even get into those had evil wars. I mean, they're different people. Yeah, they got they got the same daddy for now. I mean,
Right.
this is soapy. This is what a soap is. You're gonna have two sisters, two half sisters fighting. That's been the trajectory forever.
Yeah.
And it's good story.
Right.
It is.
If they were kumbaya, it would be boring. This is a soap opera.
And the actresses are so good. Yeah.
They both are. They are toe-to-toe equally good. There's not an imbalance there.
No.
You know, again, these viewers would not have survived the 80s and the 90s.
No. Because I always remind them how Rosanna and Carly couldn't stand each other on As It Returned. They were half sisters.
I remember that.
Same daddy. Rosanna, she was the wealthy one, and Carly was the poor one. And then you had, of course, One Up to Live, Jessica and Natalie.
Yes. Yeah.
What about Vicky and Marley? On Another World.
Oh yeah. Ooh, going back to Ellen Wheeler and to Anne Hesh.
Right, exactly. You know, I mean, those are soap. That is soap opera. We're not watching Full House. We're not watching a very special episode of Growing Pains.
No, and we're not watching The Cosby Show. This is not The Cosby Show.
Exactly.
I always say this is not about the Huxtables.
You know,
it's not.
Exactly. Or The Different World, or, you know, any of that. We are watching a damn soap opera. So, and I need people to understand that and understand a soap opera. Well, I'm just like, you're new, sit quietly and learn.
Right.
Young Padawan. Learn from the veterans of the message board wars. We still bear our scars. We remember Soap Zone. I'm old enough to remember Soap Zone. I'm old enough to remember when Courtney died. I'm old enough to remember, when, I'm old, I remember these things. I'm old enough to remember when, Sonny shot Carly in the head, the no ordinary bullet.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, exactly.
I'm old enough to remember when Jenny died on My Children. I'm old enough to know about Ryan's Old Lovin'.
Hold on, I have one for you because you guys are Young and the Restless fans.
Yeah.
One of my earliest memories of Young and the Restless. Lauren was married to Paul. We're going way back. And there was an episode, I don't remember, there was an episode that showed her getting up in bed before he did to go put her makeup on and then get back into bed so he never saw what she really looked like. She never wanted him to see her without makeup, so she would wake up earlier than him and go do her makeup and then get back into bed. I mean, they only showed it like once, but they implied that she did it all the time.
Oh my God.
And it's the stupidest thing, but it is burned into my memory. I don't know why. I'll never forget it. So ridiculous. That's soap opera, though, damn it. Yeah.
Lauren.
Never forget that.
Lauren was that she was that mean girl anyway, taunting Tracy and then having the nerve to publish from the next Paul to a centerfold name. I'm like, what?
Yeah, well, Lauren was all kinds of a bitch. She was. And it's funny because there are people who are like, I see people that are like fans of Young and the Restless now. They're like, why is Lauren friends with Phyllis? Because Phyllis is so. I'm just like, oh, you don't know Lauren. You don't know Lauren. You don't know Michael either, baby.
No. Oh.
They could never deal with brunette Michael. Never deal with him coming through the wall. Come on, he was creepy as fuck. Anyway, all right. So yeah, we think that Beyond the Gates is just going to be everywhere all at once.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move on to Bold and the Beautiful. Sorry, did I fall asleep there?
Oh Lord.
I just tired.
I am tired too.
I love Sean Kanan.
Yeah.
The depths of my soul. But there are times with that show that it is painful.
It annoys the shit out of me.
Do you remember when you and I were writing together and it was the Steffi had seen Hope and Thomas's hand touch? And they replayed that like 17 times in a week. From touching hands. Steffi's perspective, Thomas's perspective, Hope's perspective. Michael and I were like, this hand touch needs a credit.
Yeah.
It's only they had like it on 6 times.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are not on enough in the day to be doing this much. For the love of Christ. Oh, but God. And I want to just chuck Elektra into traffic. I want to chuck Ridge right after her.
No way.
Brooke, the Logan name is mine. I'm just like, I don't understand how God has not struck you dead. Although I will say, Bold and the Beautiful did give me the funniest, unintentionally funniest scenes ever. When they had Brooke reading the Bible by Eric's bedside. That was Am I wrong? How was her
No, you're
hand
not.
No. That was like one of the funniest things that had happened on soaps in freaking decades.
Yeah.
Brooke reading the Bible, and at the house too. It's just like, I can't believe what I'm watching. If I'm having a bad day, I can go watch those scenes, and they just brighten me right the hell up, no matter how many times I see them. Brooke reading that Bible. My God. So, I'm trying to think. So last year, was that Eric last year? Was that Eric's gonna die last year? Was that last year or was that the year before?
I think last year was when Ridge tried to unseat Eric from Forrester Creations. I think Eric dying. I think that was in 2024.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
that wasn't last year.
No.
Yeah.
That wasn't last year.
And that was some great scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But so help me God if Thorsten Kaye gets another frickin' lead actor. I was there the year he won, and everybody was like, wait, what? Everybody in the press area was like, wait, what? What did they just say? Why? What? And, I mean, it should definitely just be Eric. I mean, John McCormick was absolutely phenomenal. I think the Katie and Brooke stuff would be more this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's definitely this year.
I mean, Crew Morrow could have some good stuff, and Luna.
Oh yes, Luna.
Yeah. I can't stand Elektra. I couldn't stand her then.
Yeah. So.
But she could possibly. I think that the actress categories are much more competitive. I think. I'm just not sure she has. I could see Heather Tom next year because she is just such a phenomenally strong
She's
actress.
doing it, yeah.
But I don't see Elektra. I can see Crew. I could see Luna. I mean, you can never rule out Sheila. And for reasons passing understanding, you can never rule out Steffi. I can't.
She could take every. She could take every year.
I don't understand.
Pretty much.
It's a push present for her. What are we doing? Emmys are like, we need to congratulate her for the new baby and nominate her again. I don't like. I mean, I think Anika has more. Annika, I don't know how she does. But I think she had more.
Oh, Scott Clifton.
The
brain tumor story.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That was actually one of the biggest stories last year.
It really was, yeah.
Yeah.
So
outside of that, I just don't remember.
What do you think, Finn? I think the Liberty Bibbity guys could get one. Just kidding.
I'm thinking, what was there last year for him? I don't remember.
Nothing. They don't have a nomination for holding your wife's purse. I mean, he'd be a shoo-in since, John Lindstrom went to Beyond the Gates and left Laura's purse sitting on the kitchen counter, but I can't. No.
Oh, Lawrence St. Victor.
Yeah, but
supporting. I think
phenomenal
supporting
actor, but the character of the love. I'm just like, dude, you're in love.
I don't know, but the story where he and Hope pull the coup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And their breakup scene.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I think
he could possibly pull it off. Yeah. Yeah. I know Thomas popped in, but I don't think he could go on for guest.
Yeah. I don't think there's much for him.
Who could be? I know that they had Morgan Fairchild and what's his face, but I don't think they had anything that was
Jim J. I was thinking the same thing with Jim J. Bullard. Yeah.
They're
Right.
great, but I don't think that they could really compete in the guest category. You know what I mean? They were kind of fluff.
Yeah.
But I think that was this year, not last year.
No, they were on last year too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were. I don't know why I think it was
Steffi
this
took
year.
Electra. I think that was
this year.
There was another time that they were on too. I'm pretty sure it was last year as well, like towards the end of the year. Whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, they're fun, but they were fluff, so I don't think there's really anything. No.
Yeah.
I can't think of who else.
Like I said, I believe this.
What about the homeless man?
Oh, was that last year?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, Ron Howard's brother, Clint.
Yeah.
Clint Howard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Clint Howard could be nominated for guest.
Oh, wait, nope, that was 2024.
Oh.
April 2024, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tom Starr.
Yes.
Yeah, could have been guests, but let me Google. I don't remember any real insane guest stars thing on Bold last year.
But to be honest, Bold is actually the show that normally has like a long list of guest stars.
Right. Jack Wagner.
Was that last year?
Yeah, it's Nick Marone.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
because that was
It was
their
last-
location shoot
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
year.
so
It was very short.
Yep.
yeah, so he could probably submit for guest performance.
Yeah, he could. But again, I think they'd be competition. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know who else they would submit for guests. So, we'll see if they do it for him. Yeah, I mean, they could get, costume. I don't think they'll get a whole lot of technical. They don't usually get, I don't think, a whole lot of technicals.
No.
I mean, they have some good wardrobe, obviously, because they're the fashion, but other than that, I mean, do they even get nominated for Best Writing? I know they're usually shut out of the Writers Guild Awards. I'm just like, you can watch Bold on Monday and watch Bold on Friday and have not missed anything.
No, because the dialogue is always so repetitive. That's one of my complaints about the
God.
Because, and it's, I mean, Laura Wright had explained that soaps do that because they know that most people who watch soaps don't pay attention completely.
Right.
They're doing things. But Bold and the Beautiful is a half-an-hour show, which
Right.
translates to what, 17, 18 minutes?
Yeah.
And we had the same flashback like 6 times in an episode once.
Yeah.
It was like that flashback could be nominated for guest star. And it's just, I'm like, we don't need it repeated this much. We really don't. We've got it. Thank you.
That's been my complaint of the show for
Yeah.
years, for almost a decade. It's like, really?
Yeah.
The dialogue. Oh,
Right.
Rich
So
came to
repetitive.
my house last night. Rich came to my house last night. You're so great.
Yeah.
Destiny.
And it's
Oh yeah,
it's
Destiny.
also predictive.
She's
It's
my
also
Destiny.
predictive.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it is very, 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 very predictable. And it's sad because there are things they could do that wouldn't be,
Right.
and they just don't do them. And I don't know why.
It's always predictable.
Yeah.
Always. I could tell you what's gonna happen tomorrow. I could
Mhm.
tell you what's gonna happen on Friday.
Yeah.
I could tell you how the story ends.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. And honestly, I think that if Bold didn't have such an international following, it would have been gone years ago. It's international money, I think, that saves it.
Mhm.
Because, and I think Bold is popular internationally for the same reason that Baywatch was. They're a caricature of Americans. You know what I mean? Europeans see them just like Baywatch.
Mhm.
It's a caricature. It's what they think we are.
Mhm.
And that's why it does so well. But I really please stop. Because it's bad. And you guys get the best location suits, and you don't deserve it. I think about what General Hospital or Beyond the Gates, or even, I mean, Young and the Restless or Days of Our Lives, any of them, what they would do with a location shoot to Rome.
Mhm.
Mind-blowing. And Bold just wastes them. And I don't understand. Because you don't have to.
No.
I just I'm just like, General Hospital has Curtis, and Bold still sucks the most. I'm just like, I hate the character of Curtis. I just had to get that in there. I can't let that slide. All right, so we all agree Bold really deserves nothing, but they'll get something, maybe a little bit, and God help us, somebody might win. And
I don't.
everybody will go,
The only person who I think may get nominated is Lisa Yamada. That's the only person on my mind. Luna.
Yeah.
And Scott Clifton. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think both.
The brain tumor. Yeah.
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 I think both.
Yep. Yep. I guess Grace could submit for guest.
Oh yeah, for guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was
stuff.
nominated before.
Yeah. So that just occurred to me thinking about the brain tumor stuff. Okay, let's move on to Young and the Restless. Again, they could definitely get green screen.
There's been a lot of fan complaints about the show, so I don't know.
Young and the Restless is one that, I mean, Stacey deserves one for this year, next year.
Susan Walters as well.
Yes. So,
I mean, Sharon Case is always good.
right.
Always good.
Like, always bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah, but it's just the storylines, they've been ridiculous.
Yeah. And my thing, too, is that if Sharon gets nominated for the kidnap story, Michelle will get nominated for the same story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think she will, too.
And I like Michelle Stafford. I'm a little bit over her as an actress, though. You know what I mean? It's very, I know you're not, I don't expect you to weigh in on that, Michael. It's just.
You know I don't.
I know.
I don't go there. No.
I mean, Phyllis should be a lot more, my children will forgive me.
Yeah.
No matter what piece of shit I am, my children will forgive me. If they don't forgive me, they're the bad guys. I'm the good guys. Everybody hates me, and I'm totally evil, but I don't understand why everybody hates me. And I'm just like, please just stop. Just stop. Stop it. I mean, Susan Walters is very strong.
Cameron
could get
Mariah.
Cameron could get it for Cameron. Susan Walters' husband could get it for guest. Again, he was really good. I think what's her face could get it for guest too, but I think that her DUI could hurt her.
Oh,
Because
Eileen.
No.
Colleen Zank.
Oh yes. Oh, and Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, Cameron Grimes.
Definitely.
Mariah was phenomenal.
Yeah. I think Ray Wise would get guest star too.
What?
Ray Wise?
Yeah. Yeah, he was phenomenal. That's her little devil on her shoulder. As the Peter to her Anna. I do not give a shit except it pisses off the best people. So I'm like, yeah, bring them back again.
I'm like anybody else.
More Wes Ramsey, because they're going to complain and bitch no matter what, and I love it. Go ahead.
I'm also thinking. I'm thinking about Beth Maitland. With the Allen and Martin. Storyline, and I'm also thinking about
storyline. Yeah.
And how about Christopher Cousins?
Yeah, he too. Yeah, he as well. Yeah.
I'm just this whole Young and the Restless. Oh my God! I am so glad that man is gone. I'm like,
the joy from the entire fandom, even people who don't watch the show.
Yeah.
Like the entirety, it was like a We Are the World moment for the soap opera.
Yeah. We finally won.
Everybody are just like, thank God. And it's not like he never had a good idea. But one, nobody should be head writer and executive producer of a soap opera.
No.
Especially not a man. I'm sorry.
No.
Sexist, whatever. But if anybody's going to do that, it's going to be a woman. It's not going to be a man. Sorry, it's just not. But it shouldn't be anybody. Nobody should have that much power. And then to fire the breakdown writers.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
is
the man
silly.
was just like sick with power. And too much fell through the cracks. And like, Young and the Restless has a pretty good cast. There are a couple people that you're just like, okay, all right. And I'm not even talking about Michelle Stafford because she can be a really good actress. It's just, I think she's fallen to a pattern. But I mean, with the exception of the Abbeys, most of the cast is really strong. But they're boring. You know what I mean? Like, how many more dramatic moments from Victor that are exactly the same? Nikki that are there's no variation. Yeah. It's strong acting, but I don't want to see Jack and Victor argue the same damn argument for 20 years again, no matter how well acted it is.
Right.
That's the problem, is that nothing moves forward. Stories resolve, but then they go back to the well. So hopefully, I was saying to somebody, we were talking about when, first we were like, who could be the new? Honestly, I think, because somebody was like, oh, is it going to be Ron? Like, honestly, that would probably be what Young and the Restless needs for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
A little Ron Calavati.
Mm-hmm.
To give them a personality. Because that's the thing, is that they don't, it's almost like watching C-SPAN sometimes. You know what I mean? And there are times I watch C-SPAN, but I'm never going to act like it's must-see TV.
Right.
And it's just, Mark Grossman always turns in a good performance.
Yeah, he does.
But there's just not enough story.
Yeah.
They could do so much more with the cast they have. Some shows on CBS that are less than an hour long don't have as strong of a cast as Young and the Restless.
No.
I'm not naming names.
Right.
Some shows that are less than an hour on CBS. But it's just Young and the Restless wastes their cast.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Children's Hospital has a lot of cast members that they waste, but it's not that it's repetitive story. They just don't use them.
Right.
Just kind of like there. You know what I mean? But the characters they use, we get different things. Things evolve, people change, relationships change, we get new, you know what I mean? It's just different. And so hopefully getting rid of Josh will, be the shot in the arm that they need. We really need somebody to resuscitate. Clear.
Do y'all think that some of the breakdown writers that were at YNR and who are at Beyond the Gates, do you think some of them are going to go back to the Young and Restless?
They could, but I don't know if they would, because and again, we haven't heard, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes of Behind the Gates. Everybody makes it seem like it's Shangri-La, but it might not be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it depends. And I think a lot of it would probably depend on money, too. And I also think that a lot of them, like, because Beyond the Gates is like, COVID kind of put an end to the writer's room.
Yes.
Honestly, Corte is one of the few head writers that's consistently on set. And a lot of the other writers are nowhere near their sets. But I think a lot of the Beyond the Gates writers are. I think they're very much working in concert in person with each other because they want to get it right, because they're so new. But I mean, Chris Van Eaton probably couldn't even find his way to the General Hospital set. But Corte's there every day. I'm sure Josh Griffith was at Y&R because he was, executive producer, head writer, janitor, school nurse, on that set, so. But a lot, COVID really put an end to the writer's room. So if they relocated to Atlanta, even with working remotely, the time difference, I don't know that they'd do it. And it might come down to money.
Right.
But I don't know that Beyond the Gates and Young the Restless really have that different budgets. I think they're probably pretty similar. They have more money than Days of Our Lives, but, so does the 9-year-old on Annie. So, well, writers do write based on actor talent, obviously. I think that it's, Del J asked if writers sometimes write based on actor talent. Yes, but here's the thing about actor talent. Like looks, like chemistry, talent is another thing that is subjective. Some people are just like, I can't believe that performance. And some people are like, I've seen better. My dog could do better. And it's not haterade. They really don't see what you saw. So it's subjective. Every writer, and this goes from Stephen King down to the lowliest, breakdown writer for, the Wild Kratts show on PBS, has their favorite characters, has their favorite storylines. And, so it also will depend on that. There's a lot that goes into it. And you have to think, so the head writers outline the stories. This is what we're doing. This is where we're going. This is how we want to get here. The broad strokes. The breakdown writers assign what writers are going to do what parts of it what day. And they're responsible for keeping all the balls in the air. And then the script writers, they don't do, they'll do a Monday and then a Thursday and then 2 weeks later a Friday. It's not consecutive, which is why sometimes you get those little discrepancies.
Right.
It's not, I know some people on GH like to go, some of the GH fans like to go, oh, look, the historian forgot things again. One, they're not forgetting anything. Two, it's a soap opera, they change things if need be. And three, the script writers, they have to deal with their own stuff. They can't always, and especially when you're looking at somebody like Maurice Bernard, who goes off the reservation with the scripts all the time and has to be reeled back in. Who knows if what was said was actually even written.
Right.
But scripts are written based on that, and then it might not make sense. I don't think that the actor who plays Tomas is bad. I don't think he's setting the world on fire. I think he probably more got that job because he's cute. You know what I mean? He's so pretty, you have to be smart, kind of thing. So but they don't tax him. They're just like, they're just like, you just stand here and be pretty. You just stand here and be pretty. Everybody else, so yeah.
You said the same thing I've been thinking about, Angela.
And here's the thing. Soaps need pretty dumb people. They do. They do. We don't want an entire show of them, but sometimes you need people that are just pretty, and that's okay. I mean, honestly, that's all Finn is too, on Bold. He's just cute.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Olivier. He's never gonna be Olivier. And every show has them. Looking at you, Chase.
Mm-hmm. Also, Donna on Bold. Donna too.
Yeah. And again, she's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Serving
Pretty,
Eric his
yeah.
Serving Eric his honey.
I was about to say I can never look at honey bears the same way again, and I'm very sad about that. I'm a little salty, because every time I see a honey bear, I have 2 of them in my pantry. I have not touched. I'm like, I don't want that honey. I know what that honey does, and I don't want it. But yeah, every show has them, and soaps are a really good training ground, and soaps are a good ending. They're a good landing. They're a good middle.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also the redheaded stepchild for reasons passing understanding for me, because I think that they're the actors who put in the most work in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
Story. The working actors. You know what I mean? And they do not get the love that they deserve, or the respect that they deserve. But that also, that stigma can make it hard for them to attract established talent. They can find it randomly. Nicholas Alexander Chavez. I know everybody thinks he's wonderful. I think that he benefited from Marcus Coloma being such a bad actor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Nicholas, I don't think he's a bad actor. I don't think that he was the Brando, Marlon Brando, everybody else made him out to be. I think he benefited by being in a lot of scenes with the guy who closed his mouth when he wasn't speaking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he was great in Monster, but he basically played Spencer Cassadine again. He played a rich trust fund kid who was an asshole.
Yeah.
He did. It was the same character, and more dramatic, and there was drama and stuff. But he isn't not talented, and he could really grow as an actor as well. Look at Sarah Brown. Got her. She's phenomenal, and Anne H. Soaps have discovered amazing talent.
Yeah.
But that's usually what it is that they usually have to discover it. It doesn't usually come to them after the talent is already known.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and they have to have pretty people because it's a soap opera. And sometimes pretty people are really, really pretty, but they can't act their way out of a wet paper bag.
No.
It's innocent. Always. No matter what. So... And I don't think that Josh Swickard is a bad actor. I just don't think that he's again, not Olivier. Not everybody's going to be Jane Elliott.
No.
And that's okay, because not everybody being Jane Elliott is what makes Jane so magnificent. It allows us to see that. So yeah, they do write based on, they're not going to give an actor who really can't carry it that much, because it just hurts.
No.
It just hurts the show. They just let them be pretty. So, I hope that answered your question, Del J. So, I think Sharon Case, but if it's Sharon Case, it's going to be Michelle Stafford as well.
Yeah.
Because for reasons passing understanding, Emmys just love her and adore her.
Yeah.
She's been the same person for 37 years. I honestly think that, I think that Christian could have put a reel together with the stuff with him and Victor. He didn't have tons as a supporting. He had some good fallout stuff with Victor last year, and he's phenomenal in everything he does. Absolutely everything he does. They're sick with enough guest stars. Emerging talent for Young and the Restless. Because they have to be on their within the first 2 years of their first contract for emerging talent. And they have to have never been nominated in another category. So I don't think that she's setting the world on fire either. I don't think the actress who plays Claire is horrible. But there's not.
But she's one.
I think she's been on too long for emerging talent. Can you guys think of any emerging talents?
Didn't she win an Emmy before?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, when she was on General Hospital as Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot she was Kiki.
Yeah.
Never mind. Ignore me.
And then also she was Teenage Abby too.
Right.
Yeah, that I remember, kind of. I'm trying to
I don't
think
know.
of who could be emerging talent. I don't know.
I can't.
Lily
I can't
Brooks
think
O'Brien. I don't know if she was on last year.
Yeah, with what's her face's death.
Yeah.
But she's not on contract. I think you have to be on contract to get emerging talent. I didn't think so at first either, but then I read in the rules, and it seems to me that you have to. Last year, everyone who was nominated for it was on contract. I went and checked. But the rules are kind of unclear because in the beginning of the call for entries,
Carrie
by
Christopher was
contract.
on contract.
He didn't get nominated last year. He got nominated with Eden. Younger actor.
Yeah, that was the year before?
Yes.
That was the year before. Okay.
Yeah. I just told you that I checked today. Everybody. Believe me. I just said I checked everybody who was nominated last year. It was a list of 5 people, Michael. I can research that much. Yeah, I don't think she's not on contract. But as I said, the rule is a little unclear because in the beginning of the call to entries, when they talk about that one, they say contract, but then in the specific section, they don't mention contract. So I'm waiting. We've only had one round we've only had 1 year of this one. So, we could find out on Tuesday that you don't have to have been on contract. You just have to be in your
the
first
guy
year.
that played Damon Kane, Jermaine Rivers, he probably could submit as emerging talent.
And technically, everybody who acts on the show has a contract.
Yeah.
They have a written agreement with the show. Whether they're a permanent cast member with minimums, whether they sign on as a recurring, but they have to have a contract. They wouldn't, you know what I mean? There has to be things spelled out. So technically, everyone has a contract, but whether it's a permanent contract or a recurring contract is the thing. Because there has to be something that spells out how much they get per episode and yada, yada, yada. And that would have to be signed. So it's possible that, when they say contract, they're just assuming everybody has a contract.
Okay.
We just need to be in their first 2 years. So I'm waiting to see. This year could be the test. Or this year they might do all contract people, and 10 years from now we might all be surprised in the emergent when somebody without a recurring gets it. And they're like, you never had to have a contract as a permanent cast member. Where did you people get that idea? Who knows? So yeah, we'll see. We might see this week. We might see 10 years from now. Actually, no, they won't. I'm kind of bummed that they got rid of Younger. I mean, I get it because they didn't have as many submissions. I don't think it's a big deal. I'm fine with a category with 3 because the thing is that with the emerging talent not having an age limit, and if you do have to be on contract, the kids are all edged out. They are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all aged out. Because, I mean, what's her face? The girl who played Rachel last year on Days of Our Lives.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, phenomenal.
Phenomenal actress.
Yeah.
But if you have to be on contract and she's going against all the new people on Beyond the Gates, she's not going to get recognized. You know, I think that I just don't understand the big deal about having a younger actor category, and so you only have 3 or 4 nominees. Who gives a shit? Do it. Great. We don't care. Do it. It's fine. Let the kids get their recognition. Because that's the only way we're going to get it. Because emerging talent is going to be too competitive. So, because soaps always get new people. So, yeah. Who do we think for, lead actor? I mean, Jack's always a shoo-in, but...
Always.
That's mainly just because really who he is, I think. Like a name recognition thing. I mean, he's a strong actor, but he doesn't always have, you know...
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Mark Grossman's great, but he'd be more supporting, I think. Because they're just, I don't know that they're going to put up somebody like Mark in lead when they have Jack and Victor. You know what I mean?
Jason Thompson. Yeah.
But again, would be supporting. I think next year will be Morrow for the drug stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Grossman had some like really good stuff. Also, Melissa Claire Egan, she's always phenomenal.
Yeah, she is.
I think she's wasted most of the time.
Yeah, she is.
She's absolutely wasted most of the time, and I don't. Some of the decisions baffle me. But again, this goes back to Young and the Restless, just wasting everybody.
Yeah.
Because they have the talent, they're just not deploying it properly. They're not giving them anything to sink their teeth into. And it sucks. But hopefully, fingers crossed, got a lot of expectations of you, new team. I mean, yes, you have very, very small shoes to fill, but we want you to fill them. Like, grow them a little bit. God. And may Josh Griffith never darken a soap opera set again.
I don't know what happened to him. It's like he got burnt out along the way. Because, I mean, when he was head writer on the One Up to Live 30-something years ago, he had it. I don't know. Something happened to him.
I am a strong believer that, one, I think that no one should be head writer for more than 4 or 5 years. I think they all get better. And even that, I mean, I'd even be happy if it was just 3. I'd be happier if it was 3. And I think I also, and this is another one that I get strongly worded emails, but I also think that if there's going to be a head writer on a soap opera, it should be a woman. And if they want it to be a man, he should have a female co-head writer. This is a genre aimed towards women.
Right.
Yes,
right.
there are a lot of male viewers.
Right.
But the genre is aimed towards women.
Right.
And generally speaking, not always, generally speaking, women can write men better than men can write women. You know what I mean? Generally speaking. And I also think that women are better at the little romance stuff.
Oh, of
Like
course.
look at Chris and Ann on General Hospital. They could do the big things. They could do the engagements. They could do the weddings. They couldn't do date night.
No.
You know what I mean? They couldn't build a relationship because they couldn't do those little things. Because women tend to notice those little things more and the importance of them. And again, generally tend. I don't blanket anybody. But those are the things that women watch for. This is why, there are a lot of women who watch porn, but more women watch Hallmark. More women read romance novels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because those are the little things. Those are the buildings. And that's soaps.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Hallmark, but it is. Soaps are about relationships. That's what we watch for. You know, and everything that, leads to those relationships is great and whatever, and we like the adventure and we like the this and we like the that, but at the end of the day, it's the relationships between the people. And I just think that when it comes to writing for women, you need a woman's voice in charge. You do. And I mean, of course, Douglas Marland. There have been a lot of great, there's been a lot, but even like Bob Guza, he could do great things, but the best thing about Bob Guza was his explosive action stuff.
Yes.
It wasn't romance, it was his explosive action stuff.
Yes.
Romance under him, but that was the script writers.
Right.
So like, and I also think that more breakdown writers should be women than men.
Yeah.
Because they're laying out how the scripts should go, and they're saying this has to be this, and I mean, Josh Swickard is really good looking, and sure, we'll see him in the shower again. But we also need to see date night. We can't just see shirt without his shirt on. And I freaking love Frank. He's got him in the scene with Dante with no shirt on, and then he's practically in a parka with big BLQ. Anyway. But yeah, so I think that Josh was just at the helm for too long while wearing many hats.
Yeah.
And I mean, he still had great stories. I mean, the Jordan storyline was phenomenal. But you can't just have one good storyline on a soap opera. You have to have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't keep all the balls in the air, and he refused to voluntarily set any of them down. So he had to be snatched from it. And he had to be sent to go spend time out for a while. And when I say that they should rotate the head writers, and I don't even mean that the head writers need to be fired. Put them back down into the writing role. Let them stretch their writing again. Let them write scripts. Let them do breakdown. You don't got to get rid of them. I mean, Josh had to go, but in general, you don't have to get rid of them. But yeah, he was there too long, doing too much while he was there. And it was only his vision.
Yeah.
And his vision got very stale for everybody but him, apparently. But he was writing for an audience of one.
And this is what I'm loving about Beyond the Gates right now, because the fact that the three EPs are women, and I respect. That's one of the qualities of the show that I love so much, because I agree with you, Angela, that the writing and the EP should be women, because I mean this is a genre specified for women from the start.
Irma, Agnes,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah. Those are, when you think of the great names behind the scenes of soap operas, 99.9% of them are women.
Yeah.
Writers, producers, whatever, executive producers, they just are. Yeah. And there's a reason for that, because it's a genre aimed at women.
Right.
And that doesn't mean men can't enjoy it. Of course they can. But it is a genre aimed at women. So you need to have a woman's voice in an authoritative position. So And I think that, I mean, that's what's going to save soaps, is them moving more towards that stuff. I mean, Frank's turning out the lights at General Hospital, and I'm fine with that. I really am, because he saved that show. But I'm much happier with Liz Corte in the head writer's chair than I was with I used to call them the twins. Yeah. All right. I'm going to address this one with Del J. Del J said, my only concern with Beyond the Gates is that some storylines are taking a very long time to climax. Bill and Haley. Del J, how long have you been watching soaps? I'm just asking. This is one that always cracks me up. I mean, Beyond the Gates has only been on, at this point, 2 years, right? A little over 2 years. No, a little over a year.
Yeah.
They've only been on a little over a year.
Mm-hmm.
There's no storyline that's taking too long to climax, in my opinion. I think that storylines are, a soap opera is on 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Things have to take time. They can't wrap up things quickly. And I always go back to, look at, Carly came on to General Hospital in April of 1996. We all knew, the audience knew she was Bobby's daughter.
Yeah.
People found out, but Bobby didn't find out until 98.
Yeah.
It was like close to it was like February or something of 1998.
Yeah.
Because that's what stories do.
Yeah.
On soap opera. And I see this one a lot with, the story is dragging endlessly. And I'm like, it's a soap story. They're supposed to drag. They're supposed to be long-running stories. We're not watching a very special episode of Growing Pains. You know what I mean?
No.
We're not watching Hallmark. And honestly, a lot of, most soap stories are never supposed to actually climax. They're supposed to reach a pinnacle and then move into another story.
Right.
They can always go back. There's always tentacles.
Right.
And I'm just like, and like, even like with the Drew and Willow, I'm like, I'm fine with it. I mean, we haven't seen them a lot, but I'm fine with because as long as we keep moving forward, more things keep happening, more things are revealed. I'm here for it.
I just think that a lot of people are just so, what is, I just think that a lot of people have been dumbed down by a lot of the reality shows. Thinking, okay, I mean, reality shows are basically, I'm not gonna say what Andy Cohen said. I don't believe they're soaps. I mean, they get their ideas from soaps. But the thing about it, I just think, people figure, some of the arcs on the reality shows end within 2 or 3 episodes. But soap operas are so different. Soap operas have been entertaining us for 96 years.
Exactly.
And stories are gonna take long. Like, I'm thinking about the Days of Our Lives. It took 10 years for Mickey Horton to find out Mike was not his child. 10 years.
Right.
10 whole years. And Bill Bell kept that story going on, because see, Bill Bell, he brought that spice and that flavor, and he knew how to keep people entertained.
Exactly.
And it's like, now it's like, I want my stuff to resolve within the time. No, that's not what it is.
I really think that it's also how people watch TV. It's why soaps have a hard time reeling in younger viewers as well, because younger viewers watch TV differently.
Right.
They binge watch, and it's a show that's on 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year, brand new, is incomprehensible to somebody young.
Right.
It's just, it's too much. That's not how they consume content. It's like verticals are so popular.
Right.
They're little 2-minute clips, like 50, 2-minute clip, you know what I mean? That's how they consume content. So soaps are just a totally foreign thing to them. It might as well be black and white or a radio show to the younger generation. And they don't, they're used to things, an 8-episode show on Netflix that they can binge on a weekend that tells the whole arc.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just, yeah, it's just different. People just watch TV differently. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm 52, Del J, and I've always watched. I never had a gap. I watched when I was a kid with my mother, with my grandmother, with my great aunt, but actually both grandmothers. You know, I just did. And I watched as a teenager, I watched as a young adult. I mean, I've never taken a break from watching soaps. So I still remember storylines that took years and years and years and years. So now, you know, if something doesn't take 5 years, I'm not saying it's dragging on too long. And as long as, like, you know, I know, and people say the Poison story is getting old, but they keep revealing new things. Like we just recently found out that Sidwell, you know what I mean? That Sidwell's involved. And now they're not getting the medication. So there's a new part to, you know what I mean? New things, it's the same story, but new things are happening.
Right.
You know, and now Liz is on the case trying to figure out if there's something wrong with the house, you know, and to me, I'm here for it. And I think that Willow is more interesting than she has ever been as a character.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that Drew, evil Drew, and I don't even think he was that evil. I think he was a combination of Tracy and Edward with a little bit of AJ's inferiority complex thrown in. He's a quarterback. I think that Drew is more interesting than it's ever been. And I'm counting Billy Miller's Drew. Because Billy Miller's Drew wasn't that interesting either. Because Jason is not an interesting character.
No.
That's why Jason needs to be with somebody fiery. Because alone, he's not an interesting character.
No.
That's just not his personality. And the majority of Drew, you know, Billy Miller's character was Jason.
Right.
But this guy this is his personality. This is, you know, and this is the guy who was friends with Shiloh and Franco and money, you know what I mean? And shady as hell. And I'm here for it. I remember before he went into the chair, people were like, they really just need to kill Drew off. I'm just like, what was his big crime? He slept with his nephews. Are you kidding? Murderers are walking around this town.
Right.
Drew's got to die? What? No. Absolutely not when he's finally going to be interesting. No, he doesn't have to die. So, you know, I see it differently. You know, that's just me. You know, and I'm not going to tell anybody else how to watch. You know, but, you know, the thing with soaps is that you just got to buckle in, enjoy the ride, and hope there's some loop-de-loops.
This is what I always say, just enjoy the ride. I've been arguing for Beyond the Gate since the beginning when I saw it at the Paley Center here in New York. I'm going to support it. I mean, yes. I mean, I watch all these soaps throughout my life. Yeah, there were times in which, I watch my ABC soaps, and there were some times, I got bored, but then I would say, let me just turn to another channel and see what's going on with it. But I always came back, you know, because I mean, every storyline was not a hit. I mean, even on Beyond the Gates, every day is not going to be a banger, you know. And I just think that with this new, like you said, this new kind of television viewing, media viewing. You know, it's going to be different from how we viewed soaps growing up, different time. But I just think some of these viewers, they want everything to be a banger. Everything is not going to be a banger. That's just not what it is.
And soaps can't be. There's too much. They have to fill too much time.
Right.
There is no way they can deliver an action-packed episode 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year. It would be impossible. No. And it's not what they're supposed to be, because exciting things happening and pinnacles of stories are great, but soaps are about the day-to-day interactions and the relationships between the characters.
Right.
It's, you know what I mean? These are all people. This is another thing that cracks me up when people say, why is she in so-and-so's story? Usually, why is Carly in Liz's story? And I always say the same thing. You hear it with every soap, but I always say the same thing. These are people who have relationships in the same town. And aside from Bold and the Beautiful, which takes place in Los Angeles, none of these towns are major metropolises.
No.
Everybody belongs in every story. Everybody belongs. And you know what, something happens in this story, it has a tentacle. Like the Curtis and Jordan yada yada thing. I'm like, it's fucking mind numbing. And I hate Curtis. And I want him to get hit by a school bus. But they've started weaving it in to the Drew and Willow and the Brooklyn and Chase and the Sidwell. All of these stories are now like converging. And that's interesting to me. You know what I mean? Because these are people in a town together that have relationships, good, bad, whatever. And that's what soaps are about.
I'm laughing because I used to be one of those ones. Oh, why call him a story? But I have changed my tune. I was just, at the time, like I was just following kind of what a lot of people were doing. But like, you made it plain, Angela, that these towns are microcosms of the world. Everyone is interconnected, interrelated.
Yes.
So I no longer have that view of why Carly's in every story. I don't know. That was years ago. I mean, that's in the past.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
that's in the past. But it's like, but these characters are interrelated. And I mean, soap operas are noted for the families, and like you said, the relationships the families have with each other, and also with supporting characters.
All the people that work at the hospital, all the people that are, quartermains, everybody at the, they're all at the, people staying at the Metro. All of these people are entwined.
Yeah.
Like communities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or at least like communities used to be. I mean, maybe not as much now, but still in these towns, they're not major towns. These people know each other. They've known each other a long time. They've been in each other's lives. They've married, they're divorced, they've had children. The families have melded, yada, yada. They all belong in each other's story because none of these stories are this person's story. They're the town stories. They're the show's story, And whoever is in the story needs to, is forwarding the story. One of the reasons Carly's in so many stories is that she's a great mover of story.
Right.
She's a character that can move, almost anything forward.
Right.
And they need those characters, and some of these characters, it's like Erica Kane, Reva Shane. These are larger than life people. And they don't sit quietly in a corner.
No.
And they don't mind their own business.
No.
And we love them for it.
Erica was my girl. I mean, All My Children's like my favorite story, my favorite soap of all time. So I, 5 years old watching with grandma, my aunt Rogina, and later on my grandmother's coworker friend, Miss Alberta. Like All My Children was that soap for me. I watched the other soaps, but All My Children, that was that soap I bonded with grandma with. All My Children is going to always be my heart and soul, but I've also incorporated the other soaps as well, and just understanding that these soaps have crossovers, because all the ABC soaps have had crossovers.
Oh, yeah.
I love those crossovers. But Erica was that girl, and I mean, I was a little boy. I didn't understand everything Erica was doing. A 5-year-old is not going to comprehend what a grown woman is doing. Now I got older. I'm like,
I got to tell you a story. So my great aunt, she's 98 years old. She went into a nursing home last summer because she started having issues with her memory. She knew. She told us, it's time for me to go. I've left the stove on a couple times. I'm worried about something bad happening. So we transitioned her, and her memory has gotten a lot worse. Like I'll go visit her and her aide will take her to the bathroom. She'll come back. And, when did you get here? I've been here for about 3 hours. You know what I mean? But let me tell you, I show her a video clip of Young and the Restless and she remembers Victor Newman's voice. She remembers her guys. And those are like core, you know, like she does, every time I go see her, not every time, but 98% of the time that I go see her, I have to introduce myself again and tell her that I'm my father's daughter. She remembers my father. She doesn't always remember me or my cousins. And that's what it is. She will never forget Victor Newman. That is her man. And that to me just speaks to what an influence and what a effect soaps have. You know what I mean? And I love that that's something that she remembers because she knows that she's forgetting and it's painful to her. So remembering things like that is like, it's like giving candy to a baby. She loves it. So I always bring my iPad, show her some Victor videos, and she's on cloud 9. And she'll never forget that man. You know, and that's the power of soap operas.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's why I love them. You know? Michael, are you burying a body? What's going on here? Walking in the woods.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just messing with you. It's funny.
Everybody is making noise because of the match. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's why I muted it.
Oh, no, you're fine. It was just funny because it seemed like you were walking in the woods with a flashlight. Yeah. My cousin come up today to have, to do the yard sale with me. And then she was like, I got to be home by 9:00. Argentina's playing. So her father was from Argentina. So she's a big Argentina fan. She's like, they're playing Sweden. I don't know how Sweden could be good at soccer, but I guess they got this far. She was so funny. She's so into it. I haven't watched any of it. But yeah, but it's been here in Boston. So it's been crazy here. Scotland made us run dry.
It's a lot of noise. I'm so sorry.
No, it's not. Don't even worry about it. How many times we live on a main road. My apartment's on the side street, but the main's right there. That's why you guys have seen lights and sirens go by occasionally, because they go by the main road. So I'm sitting outside. It's such a gorgeous night. Oh. But yeah, soap operas are underappreciated.
Yeah.
Not respected enough. And I love that they're holding on. And this is why I like doing these podcasts. This is why I like writing about them, because I truly love the genre. And it's one of the reasons that Laura Wright is my favorite soap opera actress, because she loves the genre. I love soap actors who love soaps.
Yeah.
I'm an absolute whore for them. I really am. I am their slave, because I will serve you, goddess. I love, because those are the best. They don't think that they're too good for soaps. I'm like, soap opera actors, not to, without even talking about the amount of content they have to make.
Yeah.
They do comedy, they do drama, they do romance, they do action, they do adventure, they do fighting, they do love, the whole gamut. Comedy, the whole gamut. Family, foes, all of it. I always tell my daughters, because they're actors, I'm like, there couldn't be a better training ground, I don't think, than soaps. Anybody who wants to be an actor, even if you don't want to be a soap actor forever, even if you want to do a bunch of different roles, you can't get a better training ground than soaps. You just can't. And I love them, and I will support them. Like I say, I support women's rights and wrongs. I support soap operas' rights and wrongs too. Even when I support this, and I want to throw him into traffic. Sweet baby Jesus.
I will always watch these soaps until the day I leave this earth. It's interesting because the soap opera genre is here to stay. John Oliver, he was just on this past week on General Hospital at Z, and because he expressed his love for soap, and it's like, wow, yeah.
And like Laura Wright had said that she was a little nervous that he was going to come on like making fun of it, but she's like, he is a true believer. And we'll see him again. He'll be on GH again. I don't know that he'll go recurring on days,
Right.
But, he started the whole thing by talking about how Stephen A. Smith goes on General Hospital all the time. And they made him a role that he could do the same thing. The head of the WSB. And General Hospital made John Oliver look like a badass. I love John Oliver, but he's a nerd.
Yeah.
They made him look like a badass with that entrance, the helicopter, and then him shooting the guy that was reaching for the gun. I was like, I watched that scene. I rewound it and watched it probably 20 times. That 30 seconds, I was like, I couldn't believe it. But this is soaps. And we are blessed to have them. I wouldn't want to live in a world without soap operas.
Yeah, because I come, I still come home I come home from work, and the first thing, I know it's old, but I'm gonna always watch it. I always watch Dynasty. That I have to get my Alexis on, because I work at the library. I'm a librarian, and working with that public, it's very, very taxing, because you're dealing with all type of energies, auras. So when as a part of me coming home, I gotta unwind, and my Pluto TV Dynasty's on, and I watched. I think I watched every episode of the OG Dynasty. I watched everything. I love Alexis. I tell my other friend Eric. I say, Eric, I love Alexis. Alexis is my girl. When I was a little boy,
the evil ones are always the best. The bad girls are the best. They just are.
Yeah.
Crystal was like cream of wheat, like oatmeal with no coloring.
Yeah, she was so whiny.
Too, but it was just exactly. She thinks mayonnaise is spicy. You know what I mean? That was just
yeah.
Yes, absolutely. See, I'm the same way, but with Dallas.
Oh, Dallas. Ooh.
And I even loved the reboot of Dallas. My favorite.
I did too.
My favorite scene was when JR was shaving his son, and he said, "I loved my daddy," because he had found out his son betrayed him, and he was shaving him with the straight. I respected my daddy. Above all, I feared my daddy. I loved how JR never looked like a cuck or a simp or anything for calling his father daddy. I love that damn show. I love, and I remember, you guys are both a lot younger than me. I remember the summer of Who Shot JR. It captivated the country. Of the summer of Who Shot JR. It was a letdown who actually did it, but that summer was something else, because it was all anybody was talking about. It was. I loved that damn show. I was
three. I was three. So
yeah.
And I saw. I saw that in the repeats. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They were so good on that damn show. They were just absolute magic together. I absolutely loved. They were my favorites. I like the bad ones. I like the gray characters, the shady ones that you can still see their reasoning, because they're not like true evil. I absolutely love characters that are complex like that, which is why I love Carly, which is why my favorite soap opera characters, Carly, Sammy Brady, Vicky Hudson. You know what I mean? Those are, love them.
Yeah.
Those are my shame. Those are my favorites. It just is. And I just, God. We do a live watch every day of GH at 3:00 Eastern time. We do a Google Meet, I host it, and we watch. There's like a group of us that come in and watch it. We started at about 3:15, 3:20, so we can fast forward the commercials. I love it. Love it. And there's nothing I won't do to promote soaps and because I love the genre. I just don't want them going anywhere. And
I love the genre too, and it's fun to know that there are two new audio soaps now, Haven Falls and
yes,
Worlds Apart.
Yeah, Worlds Apart. I was like, so this genre is here to stay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think that I don't think they're going anywhere.
No.
I don't. I know the sky is always falling for some people, but I don't think they're going anywhere. And I also think that of the network soaps, General Hospital will be the last man standing.
Yeah.
because they're the only one fully owned by their network. So that alone gives them a financial advantage for ABC. So,
do y'all think ABC is going to develop any new, maybe half-hour daytime soaps?
I honestly think that they should do a hybrid reboot of All My Children and One Life to Live.
Yeah.
I really do. I think they could do a hybrid reboot because they had so many crossovers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they could make the Gannon family the core of it. And they could do it with Isaiah.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? They could do a crossover and introduce it with Isaiah.
Thank you.
And you know what I mean? Some of the newer viewers who didn't watch them before, maybe, and it could be phenomenal. You know, we don't need, you'd want Erica Kane, you want Nora, you want these actors, but they don't have to lead things.
Right.
They can help establish it and be more background characters. Because that's all soaps. That's also soaps that, we grow and the younger ones come up and the older ones take on a more, matriarchal and patriarchal role. And I think they could absolutely, very easily do it.
And this is what Young and the Restless is not doing. That's one of the problems. They're not passing the torch.
Right.
Because I shouldn't have to see Victor. I shouldn't have to see Victor plotting against Jack, and Victor is 84, 85 years old. I shouldn't. And this is not anything ages. But it's
breaking up. Victor and Nikki at their point should not be breaking up.
No.
Victor and Nikki should be baked in. They're together forever. Their angst should be, something else other than them breaking up. They have children. They have grandchildren. They can be a team and focus on things. But we shouldn't be watching them breaking up. Nope. So, yeah, hopefully the new writers will breathe some new life into Young and the Restless because, it's old and it's the old and the restless leg syndrome or something right now. I mean, it's just, it's just not good. We need a shot in the arm. They need young blood. They need, and I mean, Y&R was always a show that was, corporate, the corporations and stuff like that. But it's like, again, sometimes it's like watching fucking C-SPAN.
Yeah. And
that should not be what a soap is. So, yeah.
Because it shouldn't have to be every day CEO, COO. I'm like, come on already. My goodness.
Exactly.
Like, I want to see an innovative thing. But Angela and Michael, it just seems like we say we want the new blood, but some of the viewers don't want the new blood. They say we want the new blood. But when the new blood comes, it's like, I don't like that.
Well, my thing with soaps too is that I always say, when people say, one of the things that makes me crazy is just when they say the show's not listening to the fans. And the first thing I always say is, which fans exactly? The online fandom is about 10% of the general audience. And we don't even agree on everything.
No.
I said, soap writers can't listen to the fans. The best thing that soap writers can do, good, bad, otherwise, is plot out a story and commit to it.
Yeah.
Period. Because the way these stories wind together, they can't just switch things on a dime. And the writing is far ahead of the filming schedule.
Right.
And like with Days of Our Lives, by the time we see it, half the actors aren't even still on the damn show anymore. They can't shift things because fans don't like it. But I'm like, which fans? No. The writers, and this is why, and one of the big problems Chris and Dan had, that Corte doesn't have, because she brought back the show Bible for GH, laying out the full stories. And of course, there are always going to be changes and tweaks. Things happen.
Right. Right.
But when you know how the story is supposed to end, when you start it, you don't have stuff like Heather being the hook killer. Right? You know,
Yeah.
why Corte has been a lot better about stuff like that than Chris and Dan. And I understand that Chris is her co-head writer, but
Right.
from what I hear, she's the head bitch in charge.
Oh.
And he is the co-head writer, but she is the co-head writer. You know what I mean? So, and I think we see that personally. You know, and yes, Del J, you are so right. GH has just been, even like, I mean, you know, and even though I hate the Curtis and Jordan, and I think that a lot of the times that shit brings the episode down, I'm still engaged. I'm still screaming at my television. I'm still, you know, thinking of all the ways Curtis could die. You know, I'm still engaged with it, and that's the ball game. You know. You throw in Caradine, you throw it, and I'm sorry, I love the WSB. I like that they're moving away from the mob and going towards the WSB, police, and the hospital. That was General Hospital's heyday.
Yeah.
And I am here for it. Here for it. I am. So, and I don't care. I love my WSB Barbie. She's awesome, and I think she's great at it.
You know, and it makes sense. It makes sense for Joss to be a WSB because I've said it on Twitter. I mean, look who her granduncle was.
Yeah, and Jax was always adventurous too. You know, I mean, Jax was the parachute and she grew up around a lot of guns.
Yeah.
You know, I know people are like, it should be Emma. Why? Because her grandparents, who were not, I mean, Robert and Anna were active with their grandkids, but for the majority of Emma's life, she lived in California.
Yeah.
Not her grandparents. Her parents are surgeons.
Right.
Or doctors. You know what I mean? It's, you know, and you know, Joss is descended from adventurers and people also misremember. I like to post clips sometimes of old WSB stuff from like the 80s.
Yeah.
Anna, Robert, Frisco, Sean were not the agents people remember they were.
Yeah.
They weren't. It's a soap opera. They're all ridiculous.
Right.
Joss is not worse than Anna was. I remember Anna used to give that stupid little karate chop. Like, it was the stupidest thing, and it would not come. I'm just like, did she even touch him? You know, I mean, it was ridiculousness, but that was fun. I'm like, we're not going to. I'm like, hey, Joss got the door open at least at Wyndham Inn. My WSB Barbie got the door open. I think she makes perfect sense for it. I really do. Especially, you know, I think that it makes perfect sense, the wanting to take down Sonny and the aimlessness, you know, she wanted a purpose.
Right.
You know, but again, they also bitched when she had decided she was going to medical school. Well, this makes no sense. It should be somebody else it should be Trina. It should be this one. It should be that one. Shut up. It should, these people do not have to follow in their parents' or relatives' footsteps. And I was hoping that Emma was WSB as well, and her and Joss would end up as like partners or something. But that didn't happen. But I mean, and I love Emma and Gio, but now they're getting boring.
Yeah.
And another thing that soap fans nowadays don't understand, even if your couple is the couple, they can't keep a couple like Gio and Emma together. Those babies are way too young. They can't. I think they're going to make Michael and Willow the next Monica and Alan.
Oh,
they can't keep couples that young together forever.
Yeah. They're
too young. They can't keep Brooklyn and Chase. Even if they're going to be endgame, you have to break them up. You can't keep them together.
Right. Exactly.
That is not what soap operas do. Ever.
No.
Ever.
No.
The most famous of super couples spent long stretches of time apart and with other people.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another thing. Why are they breaking up such a perfect couple? Because happy is boring.
Yeah, it is.
You know? You can, with characters like Sunny and Carly and Jake, those age groups, you can start, putting them in their endgame couple and letting their angst be external. The one problem General Hospital has is that, they're doing better about it now, but for a long time, the older ones were edging out the younger ones, and they weren't letting it pass to the next generation. They're not doing that anymore.
No.
But General Hospital also has behind the scenes issues with why they can't put those characters in endgame situations yet, because they're waiting for somebody to just freaking understand he has to retire, and they can send him off with sleeves into the happily ever after, and then they can get to their But those couples, they don't need to keep breaking up. People that are older age group. Like at some point, Monica and Alan stopped cheating on each other.
Yeah.
And were married. That's how so go. But the younger, they have to. Otherwise, they're boring. They have to. And boring means they're backburnered.
Yeah.
So I think that Trina and Gio are going to be a little bit of a thing. And it's probably the best thing that could happen to Gio and Emma. You know what I mean? Because it shakes them up. It's a soap opera. No couple's getting out unscathed, undirty.
No, because even I remember my grandmother telling me, even though my children, Joe and Ruth, they broke up. They broke up for a while. Ruth had an affair with another doctor, Dr. David Thornton. And Joe was getting close to a woman, Leora Sanders, who was getting beaten up by her husband. So, but Joe and Ruth always, they came back, and once they came back, that was it.
Yes, absolutely. And at some point they can do that. You know what I mean? But once that happens, they have to be able to give them like external links, like their kids, their grandkids.
Yeah.
But it's just a rite of passage thing, and like that's another issue with like viewers today is like they're like, but they're ruining the couple. I'm like, come on, soap couples can overcome everything.
Right.
They really can. Honestly, the only thing that really ruins a couple for me is the guy threatening to kill the woman. I have a big issue with that. Like Sonny threatening to kill, I've never liked Sonny and Carly, but him threatening to kill her over Olivia when she was the mother of his children and shit, no.
Yeah.
Jason threatening to kill Sam. That stuff, it's just, for me, it's hard to come back from that. But cheating, whatever. It's a soap.
And Julian,
I wish my Carly was a little bit more of a whore.
Julian tried to kill Alexis.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
But then Alan, he tried to kill Monica too. Al.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh.
It's funny to me too when I saw people are like, Drew is just so disloyal to the Quartermains. I'm just like, Tracy withheld her father's heart medication.
Yeah.
She thought he was having a heart attack, so he wouldn't cut her out of the will.
Yeah.
Sit down and learn soap operas.
Right.
Because no, we're not doing soap operas right. Please. All he did was sleep with his nephew's wife. Nothing. It's like an afternoon. Monica went between her brothers for how long? There was a time on soaps when nobody knew who a baby's father was right away.
Oh, yeah.
That's soaps, baby.
And Leslie helped to deliver that baby. I was, that was messy.
I love when they did that throwback to that with Willow and Michael and Sasha.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved that. Because I was like, this was such a great history, novel.
Yeah.
But again, that is soaps. That is, dramatic bursts. Sonny shooting Carly in the head when he tries to shoot Lorenzo, and Claudia and Carly, and just all kinds of, that's soaps. This is what we watch for, the relationships, I just love soaps. I really do. I just love them.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna always love. I'm always love soaps. I'm gonna always love it. I don't care at this point. I'll be 50 next year. So I don't care.
Yeah. Nope. You will take my soaps when you pry them from my cold, dead hands because I just absolutely love them. Absolutely. And it's really funny too because, like, my kids, none of them watch soaps. None of my children watch soaps, but they all know who Carly is. They all know who the characters are because they've seen me yelling at the screen and talking to friends, and they all know them. They all know them. So, yeah. But anyway, we have been doing this for about 2 hours, and it was a great conversation.
It was. It really was.
We have to talk you and me especially. I mean, Michael is going to be lost in the woods at the end of this, I think. Another third party for Michael. It really looks like he's wandering aimlessly in the woods with the flashlight. I hope that he's okay. We hope you're okay, Michael. Just kidding. He's driving. Never mind. I love teasing.
Oh, that's why. Oh, okay. Yeah,
he's driving.
I see him out in the car.
I love teasing Michael. He's so much fun to tease. Poor guy. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us for our CBS Daytime Emmy nomination speculation special. Tune in to Suds News Monday night, and we'll talk about the first nominations that have come out: lead actor, lead actress, I think daytime talk show host, and another one. I have seen the pics of Jason Daisy Flower. He ain't looking. He's been looking through it. And we'll have that Monday night because he's back. And also, Britt's new love interest is being introduced on Monday as well. The new doctor, Tristan. So we have a lot to talk about on Monday, and then on Tuesday we'll come live for after the nominations are out, and we'll talk about those too. And everybody, can join us that have posted. And me and Donald are going to do some more. We're going to do some more lives, just talking about our soaps.
Yes, we need. It's been a long time, Angela, and I had an excellent time tonight. I really did.
I love talking soaps, and I mean, I love talking to Vinnie too, but he doesn't watch as many of them. Yeah, and this is fun. But Vinnie would have fun in these conversations with us because he loves learning about the old ones and learning about stuff that was happened before he watched. So, yes, maybe we should start a podcast talking about, history, like talk about certain scenes. We'll pick certain old storylines.
I would love that.
Do the hell out of that one.
Oh, I would love that.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna
of course, Angela.
Michael, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're okay. We know he's okay. Poor guy. He works nonstop.
I am fine. It's just the noise. I'm so sorry.
No. It's okay. Everybody, if you go to Soap Opera News.
Thank you. As always.
Legit. He is so legit. He is the only Soap Opera News that deliberately did not report that Patrick Muldoon, whoever it was back at Days of Our Lives because he was like,
Thank you.
I think they're playing something shady. He was literally the only Soap Opera News that did not report that when he posted that video. And he does not traffic in rumors or gossip. He doesn't play favorites, even though he should, because I do. Anyway, great. Soap Opera News is legit. If you see a spoiler on there, it's real. So always check out Soap Opera News. And Donald, you guys are going to see a lot moving forward. He's going to be popping up more and more. I'm going to make him come on with me all the time. We're going to talk about all kinds of soaps.
Yeah, and
definitely, I'll be here.
I'm going to be a co-host of the Gate Crashers.
Crashers back up in September.
In September.
Yep, you and me and Kim. That's going to be a lot of fun. And we have so much fun stuff coming with you guys. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend. It's Sunday. It is 12/16, so it is now Sunday here. And stay on after we get off, Donald. So I want to talk to you for a minute. And thank you guys again so much for joining us. Hit that subscribe button, leave comments, and we look through the comments afterwards too. And if you guys post questions, we'll usually see them. And we got a lot to talk about Monday night. It's going to be a good time and more going forward. Have a great night, everybody. And thank you so much for joining us. Bye.
Bye.